Coming up on this edition of SUTV News, the TV show Fargo had its premiere this week.
We take a look back to the 2009 flood and how the community came together.
And in sports, a new head coach is named for women's basketball.
This is SUTV News, and it starts now.
Welcome to SUTV News. I'm Cassie Rolfing.
And I'm Angela Lee. Well, you betcha, hundreds of people lined up outside of the Fargo Theater Tuesday evening for one common reason.
To laugh, cringe, and possibly relate to a new series on FX. The 10-episode series based off the 1996 movie Fargo will share the same name. To celebrate this, the FM Convention and Visitors Bureau hosted their free First Come, First Serve party at 8 with the 9 o'clock world premiere streaming at the theater. Those at the premiere were not only excited about the new show, but the implications it may bring on a bigger level.
Everyone throughout our nation is going to be able to see, so they're going to understand what we're like. We're not just this little blip on the map. We mean something. We're represented. It's really exciting.
The line to watch the premiere stretched all the way from the Fargo Theater doors to a couple blocks down by 2nd Avenue North. The premiere of Fargo had 4 million viewers.
The $41 million Bison Sports Arena renovation is underway, but this brings major challenges for NDSU's athletic department, which is in scramble mode, trying to adjust to the beginning of construction. Crews are focusing on the arena portion until the staff can move out of the building. The new Sanford Complex in Shields Center is set to open in 2 years. Until then, there will be changes regarding athletic practices and game locations. But once the doors are open, fans and the athletes alike will be able to enjoy all of the new amenities.
Better seating, better handicap accessibility, and just the atmosphere for student athletes. It's really geared towards a better lifestyle for student athletes in terms of the locker rooms and the amenities that they're going to have. So I think they're going to see a huge upgrade, and to me that's the most important part.
The athletic department is still trying to figure out locations for the weight room and practices. Taylor says they have options, but they are still negotiating.
This week at NDSU, a renowned Bosnian novelist visited campus as part of her tour of the U.S. on a Humphrey Fellowship. After visiting cities like Washington, D.C. and Las Vegas, Fargo has been a unique experience. SUTV's Bryn Nelson has that story.
Tonight's presentation is by a visiting writer and journalist and newspaper editor from Sarajevo. Her name is Ayla Terzic. She's going to tell you a little bit about the project that brought her to the United States.
The Hubert H. Humphrey Fellowship is a 10-month program that provides academic study and professional experience in the U.S. This week at NDSU, one of the recipients of this fellowship was around campus, speaking to classes and getting to know the area.
The enthusiasm, the energy, and I've seen so many young people here, that's something that I'm really impressed with.
Ayla's career as a novelist and editor at a national daily newspaper has taken her to many new places.
I came like 2 days ago and I already feel like I have so many friends.
Fargo being one of the less well known.
2 days ago I posted on my Facebook saying, I posted a few photographs saying just Fargo. And my friend from North Korea, she's also in the program, she said, "What is Fargo?"
With all her success in the writing community, I asked Ayla what kind of advice she had for up-and-coming writers. She told me to ask yourself this question.
What makes you different from so many other people? Because we live in a really competitive era, and we need some sort of distinguishing mark that in capitalism that can help us make it through.
After visiting NDSU, Ayla hopes to leave students here with the tools to be successful in whatever career they're pursuing.
I try to motivate them to emphasize the importance of their opportunities, because, I mean, America is a country of numerous opportunities, and they should take advantage of it.
Although Ayla has received awards like the CEI Fellowship in 2012, she has this to say about her time here.
This experience, I think it's a highlight of my career.
Bryn Nelson reporting, SUTV News.
Around 200 fellowships are awarded annually. Since the program began in 1978, more than 4,000 people have been honored as Humphrey Fellows.
5 years ago, the city of Fargo and Moorhead faced arguably its biggest challenge ever. The Red River gauge in the Fargo hovered at 40.84 feet, the highest flood crest ever seen here. As SUTV News Director Kayla Reamer shows us, the flood of 2009 was scary, and if it wasn't for the help of college and high school students, faculty, and also the National Guard, the metro area could have easily lost the battle against the red.
5 years ago, Fargo-Moorhead was in crisis mode. The Red River was rising fast, and everyone, including NDSU, MSUM, and Concordia students, worked alongside National Guard to help save the city. University presidents shut down schools for an entire week so students could help sandbag.
I'll tell you what, they're a huge manpower. You know, when we need to build sandbags and so forth and fill them, and it's just they're a big part of our whole process.
It was predicted then that the river would crest between 37 and 40 feet between March 28th and April 4th. By Sunday, March 22nd, a 39 to 41 foot crest was now predicted, and it would come sooner than originally thought. Since weather can change so quickly, predicting floods is very difficult.
Really, our current knowledge of forecasting and skill level isn't quite there yet, and that's in turn makes it very difficult to actually try to predict what it would be to.
Community members gathered together to sandbag and do whatever they could to save the city. By Monday, March 23rd, 10,000 people were out filling sandbags.
The students at NDSU and the faculty and so forth were extremely supportive. I don't think we would have been able to get through what we did in 2009 without the support of the community, including the university.
Floods like the one in 2009 don't happen frequently, but after an almost catastrophe, Fargo is more prepared.
You know, people misinterpret what a 100-year flood means, what a 500-year flood means. Having said that, I think people realize that there's much more potential in the Red River Valley than we've ever given credit to before.
Fargo has always been a city that comes together, but this time it was more significant.
You get caught up in this whole thing and you just deal with it, and you don't think about failure. And we came within inches of failing.
Kayla Reamer reporting, SU TV News.
This year, the river is already cresting down, but that doesn't mean we couldn't hit flood stage. Any heavy rain events can make the Red River rise.
It started in Japan and has now moved its way into the United States.
We take a closer look into anime and why NDSU students are so interested in it after this 7-day forecast.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU Bookstore has everything you need in your two favorite colors, green and gold.
The future is constantly unfolding. No one knows better than those preparing for it. Every week, NDSU's student-run television organization, the Bison Information Network, brings you SU TV News with news about NDSU, the campus community, and current events affecting you. Watch SU TV News on Cable 1, Channel 14, Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m.
Deeks Pizza, prices with the student in mind. Fast delivery and conveniently open until 3 a.m. Order by phone at 701-235-0708. Order online at deekspizza.com or order with Deeks' easy-to-use mobile app. NDSU. Make Deeks your choice for pizza this semester. That's Deeks. Great pizza that won't empty your pockets.
Hey, I'm Mariah, and I'm at Bus because not only does it save me money, but with 20 different routes, it makes getting around Fargo much more convenient. I'm at Bus. Do you?
NDSU TV News is brought to you by Stop and Go. Stop and Go. We're always there.
Welcome back. Video game tournaments can be quite competitive, and several NDSU students had the chance to compete in one over the weekend.
The tournament put on by the NDSU Video Game Club featured games like League of Legends and Dota 2. About 70 students competed in teams for a chance to win some prizes. First place in the League of Legends tournament won $30 in Riot points, plus an additional 3,200 points. First place in the Dota 2 tournament won Dota knit hats. Win or lose, the all-day event gave everyone a chance to have some fun.
It's a way to promote our club and also promote esports as an, actual competitive thing that happens. And it's, just fun to get out there and play.
Riot points are used to strengthen your characters in the League of Legends.
It started in Japan after World War II and in America in the early 90s. Anime is now popular worldwide, and NDSU professor Betsy Birmingham hosted a talk on it this week in the NDSU library. She attributes the popularity of anime to the fact that people can see themselves in animated character better than human actors on TV. Some critics out there are blaming anime's violence to increase social problems. However, Birmingham is quick to place the blame for these dangers on humans and their immersion of media rather than the media they consume. This thought ties into what she hopes people took away from her presentation.
But what I would like people to take away would be to be able to look at our own media and to understand the way our own media shapes and reflects the thoughts that go on in culture. So just a critical awareness of media, I think.
In 2005, there were 28 primetime anime shows in Japan. It has become so popular that universities like NDSU even have their own anime club.
NDSU's Anime Club offers the unique chance for students to get together and watch something different. And this month's Student Organization of the Month, SUTV's Nate Manning takes a closer look at what makes this group so special.
Obviously we're going to win, but I still won't allow any slacking. Now pulverize them!
Anime. It is not your typical Saturday morning cartoon.
They have a general style that's very different from American cartoons, and they'll touch on a lot of different subjects.
It's a lot of different things, focusing on the Japanese animation.
I would describe it as being like a Japanese cartoons, but that's not a good description because they're more of like a story that has a predetermined end usually.
NDSU's Anime Club meets every Friday and Saturday night in Menard Room 230 from 7 to 11 p.m. The club votes on what anime to watch, and then they watch the whole thing, whether it's good or bad.
There'll be anime that are pretty terrible, but somehow got voted in, and we'll watch them, and it kind of starts becoming a mystery science theater thing where we're just laughing. And
more things happen than just watching anime.
It's where I met my current girlfriend, and so that's another plus for me is I get to hang out with her more often.
Anime, however, is not all fun. As NDSU's Associate Dean of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, Betsy Birmingham said in her presentation yesterday, some anime can be quite controversial.
Someone's getting serious about this game.
Enemy fleet in range! Beam cannons, open fire!
And these issues come up from time to time.
Like, you'll get some really inappropriate topics in anime and just all of us getting really awkward together and just like, nope, we can't watch this.
But in the end,
it's good to be in a group of people that you can laugh together and discuss things with.
Nate Manning reporting, SU TV News.
Every year, the club goes to the Anime Detour show in Minneapolis, which is like Comic-Con, but for anime.
After the break, SUTV's Adam Kepanik takes a closer look into the art of Zamboni driving.
Stay with us.
Jitters is the NDSU Campus Communities Coffee Hub. Conveniently located right next to campus, Jitters Coffee has a wide range of amenities, including comfortable seating, Wi-Fi, and an assortment of beverages. Jitters is here to meet your needs, whether you're looking to relax and socialize or study in a rich, active environment. Be sure to make your way over for your morning brew, a bite at lunch, or for a break between classes. Get your fix only at Jitters.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU bookstore has everything you need in your two favorite colors, green and gold.
The future is constantly unfolding. No one knows better than those preparing for it. Every week, NDSU's student-run television organization, the Bison Information Network, brings you SUTV News, with news about NDSU, the campus community, and current events affecting you. Watch SUTV News on Cable 1, Channel 14, Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. SUTV News is a production of the Bison Information Network in conjunction with North Dakota State University's Department of Communication Broadcast Program. For more information, go to www.ndsubin.com.
Welcome back. You may have noticed a lot of traffic around the Fargo Dome this weekend.
April 11th through the 13th, the building was filled with competitive cartwheeling and backflipping high school students. More than 700 gymnasts from the Midwest participated in this weekend's Region 4 Gymnastics Championship. Hosted by TNT Fitness, it's the first time it's been in North Dakota since 2000. This is a big event for Fargo because it brings the best from 7 states to the area.
It's an incredible opportunity to be able to bring, like I said, this is the best of the best in the JO gymnastics world, and to have them here in Fargo competing. For our facility for TNT, it's a great honor to be selected to host it.
Unfortunately, after the tournament, North Dakota placed last in the team results.
There have been many pop culture references, songs, and even movies made about the dream of driving a Zamboni. But the art of a Zamboni driving is actually a lot tougher than it looks. SUTV's Adam Kevenick wanted to learn what it takes to drive a Zamboni, so he visited the Shields Arena to find out more.
There's a special time in every hockey game that, for some reason, captivates viewers in between periods. After 20 minutes of wear and tear over 3 of these periods, the ice gets pretty choppy. But thankfully, there's a way to clean that ice up. Thanks to modern technology, the use of ice resurfacers, commonly known by the brand Zamboni, has made the life of skaters much easier.
So basically you're just taking off the bottom, they're taking off the top layer and making a new top layer by throwing all the snow in the bucket in front.
Unfortunately, due to a steep learning curve, I wasn't actually able to drive the machine, but I will get to learn all about how they work and even go for a ride.
Is there like a seatbelt? Okay.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, I don't think it's designed for people my size.
Yeah, it's designed for a little bit younger, but it'll work.
Safety first on a Zamboni. There we go.
And after some brief instructions of what the levers, cranks, and buttons all do, we were ready to fire up the machine and head out onto the ice.
So we're not going to go backwards the whole time? No.
As it turns out, there's a lot more to driving the machine than meets the eye.
Putting my board brush out right now, that kind of cleans the sides because the Zamboni doesn't reach.
I've heard the ice will commonly build up on the side there.
Exactly,
so.
That's correct.
And after that, it's off we go. Our trip around the rink is short. In fact, most ice resurfacers take less than 10 minutes to do their job. And after that, all you have to do is dump out the shavings. But being that I didn't get to drive, I still couldn't help but wonder what it actually felt like to get behind that wheel.
The way I was taught was it feels like you're driving on the back bumper of your car, because usually you're in the front of a vehicle, where here you're on the back of it.
Considering I could barely stand on that slick ice after getting off, I probably have a ways to go before I can officially get my Zamboni license and not ruin a rink while I drive one. But even though I didn't get to drive it today,
that's the next big step for me. For SUTV News, I'm Adam Kevenick.
Brady and Joel from the Shields Arena both agree that the best way to become a Zamboni driver yourself is to simply get involved and work hard in the rink management.
Tonight, many students are heading home for Easter break to spend time with their families.
This week for Sidewalk Stampede, we went out and asked students what their plans were for spring break.
All right, what are your plans for Easter break?
I am driving home to Minneapolis on Friday.
Okay, do you have any traditions when you're heading home?
Not really. And I mean, I guess for Easter, I am going to my aunt's house. That's kind of a tradition.
What's your favorite part about Easter?
Family. Getting together and seeing family, and then getting to eat real food. Unlike college, where you eat ramen noodles.
Thank you so much.
My girlfriend's family for brunch on Sunday.
Any traditions you'll be doing?
No, not really. Just hanging out.
No Easter egg dyeing?
Nope. Maybe. Possibly.
Okay. What's your favorite part about Easter?
The lack of school.
Perfect. Do you have any family traditions?
We usually just eat Easter morning and then go to church.
Joining us now is sports reporter Sam Jones. Sam, what do you have coming up for us?
Women's basketball has a new head coach. Hear from her coming up next.
Hey, I'm Mariah, and I'm at Bus because not only does it save me money, but with 20 different routes, it makes getting around Fargo much more convenient. I'm at Bus. Do you?
Jitters is the NDSU Campus Communities Coffee Hub. Conveniently located right next to campus, Jitters Coffee has a wide range of amenities, including comfortable seating, Wi-Fi, and an assortment of beverages. Jitters is here to meet your needs, whether you're looking to relax and socialize or study in a rich, active environment. Be sure to make your way over for your morning brew, a bite at lunch, or for a break between classes. Get your fix only at Jitters.
Deeks Pizza, prices with the student in mind. Fast delivery and conveniently open until 3 a.m. Order by phone at 701-235-0708. Order online at deekspizza.com or order with Deeks' easy-to-use mobile app. NDSU. Make Deeks your choice for pizza this semester. That's Deeks. Great pizza that won't empty your pockets.
SU TV Sports is brought to you by Shields. Ready for your next big adventure? Welcome to Shields.
Welcome back. A new Bison women's basketball era is underway. Maren Walseth was named the 10th women's head coach in NDSU history on Monday. Walseth was an assistant at Penn State for 7 years and will try to bring some of the success she had there to the Bison.
I'm very comfortable playing a very up-tempo, fast-paced offense. I think that's what players these days want to play in. They want to play free. They want to play more of a motion as opposed to a set, walk the ball up the court, look at the sideline, and direct traffic. That's how we played at Penn State and was very successful. Defensively, really playing aggressive defense, creating turnovers, creating havoc.
Walseth, who is a Bloomington, Minnesota native, also played at the professional level for 4 years. This is her first head coaching job. Bison spring football is well underway with a handful of familiar faces on the defensive side of the ball. One of those faces is Kristen Dudzik, who has been a leader for the past few years, but now as a senior is taking on a larger role. Dudzik has started every game in his collegiate career, and being a starter every year has resulted in him being used to being a leader. But being a senior this year brings on new responsibilities that he did not have before. With the defensive scheme staying the same, the adjustment should be an easy one.
Well, I'd say bringing the energy every day. You know, there's going to be times when I'm tired, when other guys are tired, and, you know, it's really on me to get guys going.
Bison will wrap up spring football with the spring game next Saturday. The game starts at 1:30 p.m. at the Fargo Dome. Not so long ago, Ryan Smith was catching passes from Brock Jensen for the Bison, and now Smith will be catching passes for a new team. On Monday, Smith signed a contract with the Saskatchewan Roughriders of the Canadian Football League. The deal is only 1 year, but once it is up, he will have the option to renew the contract or seek an NFL tryout. Last season, the Roughriders finished second in the CFL. Over the past 3.5 seasons, NDSU senior baseball player Tim Caldwell has been playing outfield and hitting leadoff for the Bison. SUTV's Jared Mendenwald caught up with Tim to talk about a great career approaching the end and what the future might hold.
Shortly into Tim Caldwell's freshman season, NDSU head baseball coach Todd Brown was pretty sure he had something special in his lineup in outfield. Every day since then, he's been proven right.
And by the spring of his freshman year, due to him just being too good of a player to not put in there, we put him in there, and he's never come out.
That was March 6, 2011. Coach started Tim in right field along his older brother Nick in left. Nick graduated after the 2012 season, but his influence hasn't been lost.
Got an opportunity to play early in my career, which was really fun. And that was awesome to be able to play with my brother too. And I think just the whole growing up kind of quickly process helped because my brother helped me a lot with that.
I asked Coach who Tim reminded him of. The names he brought up were pretty impressive.
You know, we had John Straka was very similar. Zach Wentz was very similar. Max Casper is very similar. If you look back the last 4 or 5 years, our most productive guys are very similar to Tim.
Seeing guys who've done it before, like Zach Wentz and my brother and Max Casper and those guys, I think that helped me tremendously. Just kind of mature as a player, both on and off the field.
With only a couple months left in his college career, what will the future have in store for Tim Caldwell?
But hopefully I'll get an opportunity to play somewhere in some league or whatnot. So I'm gonna take it as long as I can. It's always been a dream of mine, so I'm gonna play baseball until they tell me I can.
Jared Mendenwald reporting, SUTV Sports.
Powell and the Bison are back in action this weekend when they host Western Illinois for a 4-game series at Newman Outdoor Field.
Everybody was talking about it on Tuesday night, and if you stayed up late enough, you probably got to see it. A lunar eclipse. After the break, we'll tell you more about it.
The NDSU Secure Wireless Network provides faculty, staff, and students with convenient, secure connectivity from the majority of public locations on campus. To help you improve your wireless internet experience, I have a few tips to share. So, let's talk tech.
Did you know more than 20,000 wireless devices connect to NDSU's Secure Wireless Network each week? While NDSU works to improve wireless access across campus, keep in mind there are several factors that can affect your wireless experience, including proximity to wireless access points, total number of users, an amount of wireless traffic, unwanted radio frequency interference, interference caused by construction materials, furniture, and home decor items. See what happens to your wireless connection when your roommate uses a phone or microwave near your laptop, or when other wireless devices such as Bluetooth devices or wireless game controllers are turned on in your room, or when furniture or home decor items consisting of metal, plaster, paper, or heavy fabric are between you and your wireless access point. Even a shelf full of books can interfere with your wireless connection. To minimize these potential problems, consider relocating to another area in your room so you are further away from interfering Wi-Fi devices or obstructive materials. Turning off your Wi-Fi on your cell phone if you are using cellular for your data connection. If possible, using the wired network when downloading large data files or streaming long videos. Adjusting your Wi-Fi settings to use the 5 GHz frequency instead of the 2.4 GHz when possible, to minimize interference with devices or appliances using 2.4 GHz. For more information about wireless, go to www.ndsu.edu/its/wireless.
If you missed the blood moon this Tuesday, don't worry. This event is rare, but for the next year and a half, everyone in the U.S. will have 3 more chances to see it. October 8th and 2 times next year will be your next chance to see the moon align with the Earth and Sun, making it look red as it passes through Earth's shadow. This event is very rare. To put it into perspective, before the 20th century, there were 300 years without any blood moons. Thank you for watching this edition of SU TV News.
Be sure to pick up a copy of The Spectrum and check us out on Facebook or Twitter.
Also, visit us at ndsubend.com for your chance to win some special prizes.
Next week is Comm Week here at NDSU, so be sure to keep an eye open on Tuesday because SU TV will be set up outside the Memorial Union.
Have a great night.